Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Bruce Schwartz. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. This is the infrared spectrum. This is an infrared camera and we're looking at objects moving in the constellations. And look at the stars. We're 1,000 millimeters out. And now watch this. We're going to see several of them moving at one point. It really is intriguing. So these are UFOs. So they could be meteors, asteroids, comets, who knows, because they're so far away, but they're not supposed to be moving. They're definitely not airplanes. And on top of that, I'm going to show you more than one of them crossing paths. So we'll zoom in a little bit so that you can get a good idea of, now, you have to appreciate this. If you're researching, this is the infrared spectrum. A lot of people want to see the UFOs in magnificent shapes and forms. And oh, hold on. The moon, unknown east of moon. Simple white object that appeared with the infrared camera. And then I never saw it again, but I saw it near the full moon, which I'll be looking again. I'll have more time to do so, guys. More work that I'll be able to do with the camera, also the sun, the planets. Hey, I know there's a lot to do. I'll have more time soon if I'm going to be doing this full time, maybe soon. That's all I'm going to say. So check it out. Look at this. The star, the big one, the big circle on the bottom right, white, is a star. Sorry. Look here on the top. Here's an unidentified flying object going by another UFO that's going slower than this UFO, whatever it may be. And now watch this. More come in line going by and or towards that star. I added to this infrared footage artificial light because I could barely see these that are going by right now because they were not bright enough. Some people really want to know the truth, meaning, is there life elsewhere than on Earth? Look at this one coming into to view. Yes, there is life out there. Absolutely. So long me. But if there, guys, look, another one. So we're far enough out to see lights moving by in the sky. So it's definitely either a fleet of UFOs or UFOs following each other. So again, that big white spot on the right is a star because it's stationary. But look at this on the left in a circle. Watch from top to bottom inside of the circle. A quick UFO will go by this other UFO. And the UFO is either further away and or smaller. So this is pretty incredible. That there it is again. Just went by on the left there, going down beside the UFO. We'll see it again from top to bottom on the top left. A little UFO, smaller than the one there. There it is. It's going down, coming down. There it is. So we have the proof that there's a whole bunch of stuff out there that we don't know what the heck they are. Now listen, there's not 100 million satellites out there, okay? Well, there's 64 that just went up, right? So how many are there? There must be a good 1,000 satellites. Who knows? There's some secret satellites, obviously, that we'll never know. You guys following the news while we're looking at these amazing UFOs buzzing and whizzing by these stars. Have you heard in the news they showed a close-up image of North Korea that has that military base installation? Well, oh no, I hear a military plane. No, anyways, so get this. Did you see how they zoomed up with the satellite? Can you imagine how they could zoom up onto the moon with a satellite? So if satellites are going all over the moon, they're continuously taking photographs and or filming, obviously, in live mode. Here's another UFO going by, one after the other. all over in the constellations. And this was freehand, of course. Sorry, but hey, amazing footage. I had to share it. And this one I couldn't upload it for whatever the reasons. So I'm filming directly the screen of my computer so that you guys can see it. Now you see how the one's coming down on the left there, and there coming down, and the one on the right's going up. So you're actually seeing two objects, unidentified flying objects crossing paths. Like here again, crossing paths, but not just one, there's several of them. So again, I call this a UFO highway, a corridor, whatever you want to call it. More proof for the ones that are curious as to whether there are UFOs out there. This is pretty cool. Now, this is something, whatever it may be, maybe a comet, maybe an asteroid. I put it in slow motion because it did go by real fast. It has a tail to it. I'm just showing you what I found. I have no idea what it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And yes, obviously, it's right overhead. It's not over a truck or a tree or anything. This is in the clouds. It was going towards the clouds. Just the first few well, actually, the first experiment with the infrared camera that I recently bought. So I'll be doing a lot more tests with that. Guys, I'll have a couple of weeks off during Christmas. So, oh yeah, or should I say the holidays? Christmas. Everyone loves Christmas. And the ones who don't, well, they don't have to. Again, respecting each of our differences. Christmas makes me sad. I've had a lot of bad experiences. Check this out, guys. X-ray plus an added simple colored yellow hue filter to show what's going on exactly in that darn light of the UFO descending down to the surface of the moon on the east side. Look at what we're going to see. We'll see it in close-up. This I've showed it before. Now it's a bit closer than I usually showed it. Something that I don't know what it is coming off the surface. Pretty cool. Shadow, something. Maybe looks like it's launching something. That's what I see. Watch this. A light obviously will come out on the right side at the end. But let's get a close up on that beautiful light and in really slow motion because there's a lot going on, right? Descending the exposure, helping us see clearer all the time. And look at the light at the back. It illuminated the whole east side of the moon. And with the naked eye, I did see a tiny, tiny, tiny illuminating flash. But it was very far away. So this all can be seen. Everything happening can be seen, but it's very small. And you have to really obviously slow down the footage to be able to see it properly. And then it's trying to adjust it, getting in, zooming in to show it to others properly. range of the radio spectrum is considered to be 3 kilohertz up to 300 gigahertz. A radio wave is generated by the transmitter, obviously, then detected by a receiver. But now we're talking about space. So an antenna allows a radio transmitter to send energy into space and a receiver to pick up energy from space. Can radio waves be seen? All radio frequency waves are much lower frequency and so much lower energy than visible light, and so you can't make them visible directly. You can make some invisible frequencies directly visible by using them to make something else emit energy in a frequency we can see. The first and only sign of a lunar wave, August 18th, is this one and a second one going over top of Clavius crater. Now we're going to take a look at it. So it gets so thick that it looks solid, and you know how displacing time, okay, follow me, just bear with me. Look at the wave. I'll go front and back at one point so that you can see it going over top. Now this only happened, these two waves, in my whole life so far. So it's not something that's always saying, oh, you're just filming oscillation. It's not the oscillation. You can actually see that the moon is oscillating, but this and a second wave here goes over top, and you see a very concentrated, very thick, dense line that goes over top of Clavius crater, going towards Tycho crater, which is the white crater top right there that you see there. Hypothetically speaking, could it be some kind of transmission? If not, I tell you what, we talk about holograms or holographic veils over the moon. I've heard that. And again, I don't discriminate on it. And I find all theories interesting. I look into all of them. Why shouldn't we remain open-minded? Thinking out of the box, of course, because it's not for everyone. Maybe, it's pretty advanced when you think of it. It's wow, nobody talks about these things. And we see something and then there's no explanation, so people just look at it in awe, but not really know what they're looking at. A lot of amazing comments I have to catch up on. I love you guys. Thanks so much for the support.